The funeral of One Direction star Liam Payne is set to take place next month, marking a heartbreaking moment for millions of fans worldwide. Payne's sudden death has left a void not only in the music industry but also in the hearts of those who grew up listening to his voice, watching him rise to international stardom, and witnessing his transformation from a teenage heartthrob to a man battling personal struggles. In the aftermath of his tragic death, vigils and memorials have been organized across the globe, with fans expressing their collective grief in various forms, from candlelight vigils to online tributes, commemorating the life of a man whose talent and charisma once filled stadiums with joy and excitement. The 31-year-old singer, best known for his time with One Direction and his solo career, sustained fatal injuries after a fall from the balcony of his third-floor hotel room in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The time of the incident, Payne was staying at a luxury hotel as part of a private trip, but what was meant to be a brief getaway turned into a tragedy that shocked the world. Argentina's National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office initially launched an investigation into the circumstances of his death, although authorities quickly ruled out foul play. Early speculations indicated that Payne may have fallen while in a state of semi or total unconsciousness, possibly induced by drug use. Payne's untimely demise has left his family, friends, and fans devastated. His parents, Karen and Jeff Payne, traveled to Argentina to formally identify their son's body. The process of returning their beloved son to the UK, where his final rites will be performed, is now underway. However, in a move that has left some fans disheartened, One Direction followers have been urged not to attend the private funeral service, which will be held exclusively for close family members and friends. On social media, conversations surrounding Payne's death have been dominated by calls for privacy and respect. Many fans, while mourning the loss of an idol who shaped their teenage years, are urging others to refrain from attending the funeral in person. A dedicated account titled Remembering Liam Payne posted a plea to fellow fans stating, "We are genuinely begging everyone to not go to Liam's funeral, please. The memorials are for the fans. His funeral will be for his family and his friends." This sentiment has been echoed by countless others who recognize the need to give the grieving family the space and peace they need to mourn. One fan, visibly emotional in her online tribute, wrote, "Please let them say their last goodbye in peace. Do not show up to Liam's funeral. Please, please, please give the Payne family some peace and let those who loved him and knew him personally mourn him in private. Do not turn it into a meet and greet or the chance to meet the boys. Please. #RIP Liam." Her words reflect the intense emotional connection many feel toward the singer, even as they acknowledge the importance of respecting the privacy of those closest to him. As the days following Payne's death unfolded, more details emerged about the possible causes leading to the fatal fall. The stripped-down hitmaker's body is expected to remain in Argentina for up to 15 days while investigators await the results of toxicology tests. These tests, which are often routine in cases of sudden death, have taken on added significance due to reports that Payne had multiple drugs in his system, including crack cocaine and methamphetamine. These revelations have only added to the public's anguish, as many grapple with the notion that substance abuse may have played a role in his tragic end. For years, Payne had openly discussed his struggles with addiction and mental health issues. Although he appeared to be on the path to recovery, recent reports suggest that he may have relapsed before his trip to Argentina. Prosecutors investigating the case have suggested that Payne might have experienced a drug-induced breakdown in the hours leading up to his death. Hotel staff and other witnesses reported erratic and aggressive behavior, noting that the singer had been seen acting unusually agitated at the hotel's reception area just moments before his fatal fall. The autopsy report, which was initially withheld from the public pending further investigation, has since confirmed that the cause of death was multiple traumas resulting from the fall, which led to internal and external bleeding. According to the public prosecutor's office, the injuries sustained were unsurvivable, and the combination of severe head trauma and internal bleeding was sufficient to cause instant death. A statement released by the office outlined the findings in detail. The head injuries were sufficient to cause death, while the internal and external hemorrhages in the skull, chest, abdomen, and limbs contributed to the mechanism of death. Despite the tragic nature of these findings, the investigation remains inconclusive for now. While no foul play is suspected, investigators are still piecing together the events leading up to Payne's final moments. Two women, who were reportedly with him on the day of his death, have been questioned by authorities, though their involvement appears minimal. Hotel personnel have also been interviewed in an effort to gather more information about Payne's behavior in the hours leading up to his death. Additionally, investigators are looking into the possible source of the narcotics found in his system, but no concrete leads have emerged thus far. For Liam Payne's family, the legal and bureaucratic process of bringing his body home has only added to their grief. Should an inquest be required in the UK, as is likely the case with high-profile deaths, the family could face more scrutiny as Payne's final days are examined in detail. The British Embassy has offered its full support to the family during this difficult time, assisting with the paperwork and logistics necessary for the repatriation of Payne's remains. While the family prepares for what will undoubtedly be an emotional and private funeral, fans across the globe continue to mourn in their own ways, creating online tributes, posting videos of Payne's best moments, and sharing memories of how his music impacted their lives. The anticipation of Payne's funeral has brought mixed emotions to the surface. For many fans, it is a chance to finally say goodbye to someone who felt like a friend, even if they never met him. For others, the tragic loss serves as a reminder of the darker side of fame, where the pressures of public life can take a devastating toll on mental health. Payne's openness about his struggles made him relatable to so many who admired his bravery in discussing issues like depression and addiction. His vulnerability, juxtaposed with his success, gave fans hope, but his tragic death has now left them grappling with difficult questions about what could have been done differently. Speculation about Payne's state of mind in the days leading up to his death continues to swirl, with some suggesting that he may have been struggling with a particularly dark period of his life. His relationships, both personal and professional, had come under strain in recent years, and it is believed that he was attempting to escape these pressures during his stay in Argentina. Reports have indicated that Payne may have reached out to friends and family members in the weeks before his death, though those closest to him have yet to speak publicly about the specifics of these conversations. As with any high-profile celebrity death, the question of how Payne's legacy will be remembered remains a topic of discussion. For many, he will forever be the boy from Wolverhampton who captured the hearts of millions with his voice and charm as part of One Direction. His solo career, while successful, never quite reached the same heights as his time with the band, but his influence on pop music remains undeniable. In the wake of his death, tributes have poured in from fellow musicians, fans, and friends alike. His former bandmates, Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, have all expressed their grief in various ways, though they have yet to make any public appearances together since the news broke. The emotional impact of Payne's death will likely reverberate for years to come, especially among those who grew up with his music. While the circumstances surrounding his passing may never be fully understood, one thing is certain: Liam Payne's legacy will live on in the hearts of his fans, his music, and the memories he left behind.